I'm not a morning person.
Dedicated to being passionate about it.
Bodybuilders have become more lazy.
People have always thought I lift fake weights.
Iran and the United States.
You take responsibility for that.
Nick to me represents like the future, the new school of bodybuilding. Like, I don't know when exactly he's definitely a contender for the titles, for the major titles in the sport.
Sure. Yeah.
Talk about how you got the chance to work with him, and what's the dynamic like between you two?
So Nick is like a brother to me. And again, I'm sure that there's guys listening to this and they're saying, "Oh, Matt says that about everyone," but that's what I really try to do within my coaching approach. And sometimes, like I said, it does bite me in the butt. Sometimes it's emotionally very taxing, but the way Nick and I's relationship has worked is I am co-owner, founder of two supplement companies. One's a health supplement company called Revive. The other one's a sports supplement company called Raw. So my partner and I, Dominic, we fully believe in Nick and what, not only what he can bring to the table as a bodybuilder, but who he is as a human and kind of like what he represents in his heart. So last year, after he won, we asked him if he would be willing to move down to Florida to kind of be with us all the time. So I see Nick on a daily basis, and that's what makes our connection and our relationship so good, is the fact that at any point of the day, if he's training, I can go out and push him through a set. After he gets done working out, I can go pose with him, and that's the relationship that we have. On Sunday mornings, we meet for breakfast, and he comes over and spends time with my boys, and that really is what our relationship's about. So it's been about, I truly believe that, like, I think you can basically select a coach and you can win your pro card with any coach under the sun to some extent, as long as they know what they're doing. But in order to really climb the ranks of the pro levels, whether it's in bodybuilding, whether it's in any athletic venture, like, you have to have a connection with your coach. And that person has to be somebody that you really believe in. And that's what Nick and I have. I believe in him. He believes in me. We don't second guess each other. We don't doubt each other. And that's what it really boils down to when it comes to our relationship.
I mean, like, the convention, Sean Clarita is like an underdog. He has more of an underdog type of quality. What I feel like with Nick is the other way around. I feel like it's more pressure on him to succeed, because from the moment when people kind of discovered him, on social media, it was like they compared him to Dorian Yates. They compared him to the greats already, because people see a lot of potential in him, right? So I feel like with his is like almost like pressure to, come on, Nick, you got to succeed. You know what I mean? Like that type of pressure, I feel like.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a sight to look at, and that's the thing. Like, he truly is a freak. His ability to put on muscle is insane. But we have our things within our camp that we're working on too. Like, one of the biggest feedback from last year when he did the show in Atlanta was that the judges wanted him to fix some of his posing. So that's one of the things that we've been working on this year, rather than fully opening up and expanding his midsection, because he has a longer torso and shorter legs, and he's a shorter physique. So it kind of was like creating a strange ratio. So we're kind of working on contracting the midsection now, opening up the lats more, just taking the feedback. But I think one thing about Nick is I try to keep him grounded as possible, and I know that he appreciates that. And I also try to just, again, because of my experience with Dallas and seeing what Dallas went through on a pressure level, I try to, as often as I can, like, bring Nick out of that bodybuilding environment to just be a kid. I mean, he's still a kid, and I want him to enjoy life. I don't want it to just be like pressure. You got to be the best. You got to be the best. And honestly, in his head, that's how he thinks. And I think for the some of the people that don't like him, it's because he might come off as arrogant or cocky. And it's not that at all. Like, he just believes that he one day will be the best, and he conducts his life that way. And honestly, anybody that's ever been the best believed that before they were the best. And that's all Nick is doing, is he lives his life in a manner to one day be the best in the world. He's meticulous as it is with every detail within the sport. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's going to be here at 8:30 every morning for cardio. He shows up at 2 o'clock on the dot to train, doesn't miss a session, is never late. I mean, he's just as methodical as it gets. And I think that's what people don't see. They see what they can see on social media, but they don't see how meticulous of an individual he is, and also how much he truly loves it. He's somebody else. He never complains. Never is like, oh, I'm tired today. Like, he might say after his workout he's tired, but he truly loves to train, and it's a part of who he is.